Hey guys, welcome. MX23.2, brand new, hot off the press as of a couple of days ago. Filming in 1920 by 1080, so you can adjust your YouTube player accordingly. You're watching this on Linux for Seniors. You should see an icon in the corner you can click on. If you don't see that icon, I had a user the other day that left me a message that said, "Oh, I don't see your icon," so I didn't know how to subscribe. And I informed that person they were probably watching my video on someone else's channel. Anyways, the official channel can be found on YouTube, Linux for Seniors. Linux is for any age, but the name of my channel is Linux for Seniors. So today's video, I'm going to talk about this tool here. That is brand new, Papirus Folder Colors. And I'll just talk about general themes, icon sets, and mouse cursors, and how to do some troubleshooting and file locations. Then I'll show you a website that has over 1,000 different kind of themes. Actually, more than 1,000. All right, again, filming in 1920 by 1080. Welcome, folks. So I'm going to be basically showing you a couple of different things today, but we're going to start with the file manager. If you're not that familiar with Thunar, let's talk about how to view hidden files and folders. Show hidden files is Control-H. Very standard command with modern Linux file managers. So Control-H. Now you see it, now you don't. I'm going to talk about this .icons folder, .local, and .themes, and what's in them. We're going to first start with .local and share and icons. There's currently nothing here. So I'm going to create that something. You can open the tool this way. You can also open the MX tools and find it in here also. It really doesn't matter. I'm going to open it from the bottom. So we have a couple of things to look at. Create new icon theme with different colors. You can also do your own or pick a theme, predefined in other words. We'll start with that one. And when you're done the creation process, they'll show up in your home folder. My username today is MXUser. It'll show up in .local share icons. So let's just pick a theme. I'll just do the orange one. And then create theme. So it's just going to be called Papirus-Deep Orange. I have two choices, light or dark. Okay, and you can see where it's going to save them. So here's the standard one. You can open up the MX Tweak tool and you can find it in here. So you're just looking under the P's and there it is right there. Or you can open up the appearance from here, close, close, and over here, and pick it from there. That's the color I just picked. I'll switch back to the blue for a second and go back to the same tool. And we're going to create a different one. All right, so I'm going to just leave that one there. You can toggle this one on and off if you like, and then pick a different color. We're going to do orange. Actually, not an orange. Let's do it a different color. So this other one was kind of orangey. And we'll just leave it that a combination with the blue top with a lavender color front. Now it takes on the username, Papirus-MXUser, the name of my user. And we'll just call that one 123. Or even just test one. How's that? Okay, I'll leave it at light and create the theme. Now you can see the second one got created. And I'll do one more. I'm going to hit close because it automatically goes to the next tool. So I'll do another one and we'll do how about a green one. And main folder. And folder background, we'll choose a different color. And orange. So we'll have a different combination effect here. Okay, create theme. Test 4, 5, 6. Let's go take a look at these. It's going to prompt me again if I wanted to open up my tweak tool. I'm just going to say no. All right, let's go take a look at all those. They're all going to be in the icon sets. So the deep orange is that one there. And then down here would be the MX user test 1, purple with the blue tops, and that one was the orange with the blue tops. Okay, let's go back up a level and let's talk about what's in this folder here. If you successfully add a icon set, it'll create this folder if it's not there, .icons. If you successfully add a mouse cursor with the add button, it'll also create that .icons folder. So that means there's 2 things that are installed in here. So going to the top, I'll just make mention of what is in .icons. We have Futura. That's this one. The blue Oreo cursor is literally a mouse pointer, so I'm going to skip over these 2 and 3 and 4. The next one we have Sweet Rainbow, Sweet Yellow, and Windows Beauty. Those are all icon sets. So since that begins with an S, I'll go down to the S's. That is Sweet Rainbow, and it looks better in a dark color, and Sweet Yellow, and then Windows Beauty. Switching to a dark theme, I'll use Sweet Amber Blue, and it's extremely dark theme. And just give you the examples from the same developer. So the same developer, Sweet Amber Blue, created these icon sets. Okay, this one, that one, and I think this one also. And I don't have it installed, so let me install that one. Is it in there? No, I have it in a different folder. There it is, Candy Icons. So now you can get a perfect example of an install. And that one kind of looks a single color, but when you actually go to the home folder, home directory, they go multicolor. Just giving you some examples of what you can install. This may not be your thing. However, I'm going to show you 1,000 things that you can do, mix and match. Now, if you add mouse cursors, they can be added here if they successfully install, but they're picked in here. Okay, so just to give you the example, I have the standard ones that are installed by MX. Now, every Linux distribution that is created, the developers normally install the default mouse cursors in US or share icons. That folder is protected by root permissions, by the way. And more importantly, they're available for all users. You can install these also in that same folder if you know how to get into root mode. I don't recommend that though. I used to on my previous channel, but that's made for users that really just want everybody to get the same mouse cursors. So it's easier for you as the logged in user just to install them in .icons. Control H. So that's where these are installed. There's Radioactive right here. Oreo Blue is right there. Oreo Red is right here. And the Skyrim is right there. Rainbow, Sweet Yellow, Windows Beauty are all standard icon sets. Take a look at my menus right now. They're a lot different. This is Firefox. I'll talk about some places you can get these kind of things in a minute. But in either case, I'm going to use Alt and F4 here to close that. This is a very dark theme. So let me switch that to something lighter, because this is not everybody's thing. And hopefully this is enough neutral color for you, which is these blue. All right, so .icons are Candy Icons, Futura Icons, Mouse Cursor, Oreo Blue, Oreo Red, Mouse Cursors, Radioactive, Mouse Cursor, Skyrim, Mouse Cursor, Sweet Rainbow, Icon Set, Sweet Yellow, Icon Set, and Windows Beauty is also an icon set. That one is down here at the bottom. It looks like that with the home folder, Control H, small to large. All right. Again, not everybody's thing, right? And you remember I created these also using that brand new tool that MX just gave you. All right. So the tool itself also has a delete key. It's in here under Manage. You have these three, and I'm going to actually show you the folder, which again is Control-H, .local, share, icons. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, if you decide you highlight something and hit delete, just be aware that it's permanent. So if you want to do it in a nicer way, okay, you can see there's 3 there. I'm going to close this. And I'm going to get rid of test 4, 5, 6 and test 1 at the same time. Now you can go in here and you'll see that it only has 1 theme. But if I change my mind, since they're in the trash can, where was that one? It was this one here, Restore. And I think it was that one. So let's go take a peek at those. And more importantly, you'll see them back online. So that way you can pull them out of your trash, in other words, instead of deleting them from here. But again, your choice. Just wanted to show you a little shortcut. So whether you create a combination folder set or you want to use the predefined, that's all up to you. All right, so let's talk a little bit about troubleshooting when you're installing themes in general. So Blue Sky, believe it or not, is something that was manually installed. It does not install normally. So I'm going to show you that example, and I'll pick on a couple more things. You already saw how I installed candy icons. That was very quick. So I have a couple things in here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things in here. So let's get rid of some of that, since I'm using the what is that called? Skyrim, I think. Skyrim mouse pointer. We're going to get rid of radioactive, Oreo, blue and red. So what I'm going to do is first go over to here into my icons and get rid of radioactive, Oreo, and delete all 3. Okay. Then we're going to use this tool here to add those. So I'm going to go to Downloads, and here is Blue, Open, Add, Downloads, Red, Open, Add, Downloads, Radioactive, and Open. And you're going to say, well, that's pretty simple to do. Is it now? Do you see something missing? I do. Did I get an error box? No. I do have Oreo blue and red, but I don't have radioactive. Are you sure that's a mouse pointer? Yes, it is. I'm very sure. Now we're going to talk a little bit about troubleshooting. If you recall, when I told you when you go into the .themes, they're all in nice, neat containers. The same thing goes with your .local, share, icons. They're all in nice, neat containers called folders or directories. There's something wrong with this one. This is an orphan. It says index theme. It's not in a nice container. To give you an example of Oreo red, I have a cursor folder and an index theme. I also have a cursor theme. These two I need as a bare minimum. So what happened with this one? Well, this is actually part of radioactive. You can see that. But it's orphaned. It didn't install properly. That's because the compression tool, uncompression tool, in here did not do this properly. So basically we're going to get rid of this orphan. We need it in a nice container. How do we do that with our downloaded theme? This could be a cursor theme. This could be an icon set. This could be a standard theme. So again, it doesn't matter. They're just a compressed file. Right click, extract here. Now it's in a nice, neat container that has the cursor and index theme. Right click, cut. Dot icons, paste. Nice, neat container. I'll back this back into the mouse and touchpad. Radioactive is now online. You can do the same thing with themes. I will go to Appearance, and I've been using Blue Sky the whole time. I'm going to switch to Graybird and eliminate Blue Sky. Or you want me to do a lighter theme? I'll do a lighter theme. But we're going to get rid of Blue Sky. Blue Sky is sitting in my Themes folder. It's right here. So where's the original file located? That's Sunrise, so I need to go find it. It's in this folder here. I'm just storing these temporarily in my documents called themes. So Blue Sky is right here. So we're going to use the installation tool, and I want you to notice that it will not find this. Add, Documents, Themes. It starts with Candy. There's Candy. The next one is Futura. It doesn't see Blue Sky. So troubleshooting time. If you type in blue, you'll see it. But what happens when you hit open, it'll give you an error. Unknown format. Is that going to stop me from using this theme? No. You saw me use it already. I started the video with it. So let's do this manually. Right click, extract here, just like I did with the mouse pointer. Click, it's in a nice container. Okay, what's in here is, it's the theme, but more importantly, just right click and cut it. And it belongs where? In .themes, because it's a theme, it's a style. Paste. I'll need to back out of the screen and come back in to let you see it. Blue Sky is back online. Okay. Another one that I installed manually is also Sunrise Light. That is also in 7Z. So if I were to try to install that, let's eliminate this. I'm going to first go and dump the theme itself. Delete. And go back out and back in. And we will use, there's no Sunrise. I'll use Simple Wait now for a second. So it's fairly pleasant looking. But I'm going to add that, that in my Downloads folder, the Sunrise Light. Okay, add, Downloads, Sunrise is not in this menu. If I type in SUN, it is right there. However, it will give you an error. Well, my philosophy is this. Try things yourself. If you don't like them, uninstall them. Right click, extract here. Right click, extract it into a nice container, cut, and dump it into .themes and paste. Find your settings and pick the theme. Sunrise Light is that one. So now you just have two examples of how I install something manually. Now let's talk about a website where you can get 1,000 of these things. All right, and you may not like the theme that I'm currently using. So anyways, Linux for Seniors. Hopefully you see that subscription key down there. You want me to pick a darker theme so it makes things a little bit darker for you? I'll go with the standard theme and Futura icons. Sure, why not? Could use Candy also. Anyways, 310 videos. If you're just looking for MX videos, you can just type that in there. I have all kinds of videos for MX. Okay. But more importantly, my mission statement videos are for any user of Linux of any age. That's one item. Here's the reference to that official logo that may be missing. That I had to actually tell that to someone just the other day. Literally just the other day. And I've had this posted for a long time. Anyways, let's move along. Xfce-look.org is a nonprofit website that has over 828 mouse cursors. They have 1,693 full icon themes and 1,524 GDK and 3 and 4s. This is the one I would use for themes. And depending on what you're wanting, you can do this by rating or latest. And I'm sure you can find a thing or two. Just be aware that themes like this one, Sunrise, is in 7Z formats. You will have to manually install those. And it's very simple. You uncompress the file manually and you put it into .themes. If you see something like this where it says in tar.gz, tar is tape archive, .gz is compressed. Hopefully you've seen some of my videos on using tar for backups. I have shown videos using regular tape archive, tar for backups. It's very fast. Most file managers have them. And then also using rsync, grsync, and rsync with script files. Lots of different ways to do backups. Anyways, download the file. It's very simple. You click that or that. It doesn't really matter. You wait until this thing counts down. The -look.org's websites, and I mean there's two of them. There's also gnome-look.org. They now have supporters for the developers of these themes. That's a good thing. A lot of these folks have been doing work for free for many years. There's a lot of folks in the Linux community that do free stuff, myself included. Full icon themes, I'm sure you can find a thing or two. Click that, and some things have more than one selection. Some things only one. If you see something that says, oh, it's only for Plasma, give it a try anyways. What do you got to lose? You can just delete it later if you don't like it. Is everything perfect? No. I'll give you some examples of that in a minute. So 828 cursors, download them. You also have a search feature at the top here. This one has a very good explanation of what I've been talking about, that .icons folder. I'll zoom in on that. So what goes into that folder again? Because you created that or the system created it for you. Your .icons folder has not root permissions, but your permissions. So you can put files in there. Unlike this one, USR share icons is where your standard mouse cursors are installed, for instance. That one is protected by root permissions. You'll need to have root permissions to add and remove anything out of that folder. I used to show that on my previous channel quite often. This one here is the easiest one for you to deal with. In this case, this will be a single file if you want that mouse cursor. It is tar.gz, and as you noticed, it didn't install properly either. So you would uncompress that manually. This is the only file you need. This is just, it shows you the different sizes and zip format. And there's the project here. All right, 828. Again, you can probably find something that you like. Full icon themes, 1693. I'm sure you can find something you like. And the GDK 3s and 4s, 1524. I'm sure you can find something in here. And keep in mind, if you're doing this again with 7Zs, you'll have to manually install them. I'm going to give you an example of stuff that you may not like. And it's just combinations. So I'm going to do the appearance box and switch to another icon set that I noticed that it's missing a couple icons. See right here, it has Bluetooth adapters, and this one, there's no icons for them. So I would have to manually assign these. But everything else works. But again, you may not care. Everything else looks fine. If that was the only thing that was annoying. So I'll switch to a different icon set. And I will pick on the candy first. Let you see that these are all here. And they are different, including my power keys. Because I had somebody ask me that question the other day. Can I do my own custom power? They're really complex. You have to open up the theme and edit a whole bunch of files to do that with. So sometimes individual icons sometimes is not ideal as far as wasting your time. But it can be done though, if you know where to look for those things. All right, let's pick another set. And oh, I'm using dark, so we can also switch this to a lighter color theme. You already seen Futura. Here's some of the examples on my menus and the main menu. And that one does have what appears to be all the icons. And we are switching down to the Sweet Rainbow. And the file manager and my panel looks totally different. Again, this is one of those things where some people like these kind of things and some people don't. And same thing goes with the yellow ones. This actually looks better in a dark theme if you ask me. So I'll switch that to the developer's dark theme to give you a perspective. Switching back over to, let's say, that one with a different icon set. And again, this is Windows Beauty. It looks okay in the file manager, but again, if you can't tolerate missing a couple of icons, then we have to go check out some different options. So that was one of the ones that I created. That's another one. So we have lots of choices, as one would say. It all depends on what you want to do. But as I pointed out, when you download those themes from either gnome-look.org or xfce-look.org, they're going to be in compressed formats. Some things will install nicely and some things not so much. So your regular installer up here, through the appearance section, the add button will not see 7Zs. You'll have to uncompress them yourself. And if it's a theme, it goes into .themes. If it's an icon set, it goes into .icons. And if it's a mouse cursor, like radioactive, it goes into .icons also. So .icons, as a recap, Control H. So the .icons folder contains icon sets and mouse cursors, mouse pointers. The .local is where the other theme is stored that you created with that new tool. And you can also delete these manually and then do a restore in case you change your mind. The last one is .themes. That equates to styles. Whatever is in this folder, you should see in this menu also. And I have quite a few of these. That one had to be manually installed. That one had to be manually installed. The rest of these installed normal. In other words, I used this tool here to install that with no problem. Just don't let that deter you. If you don't see the theme in the ad because it's in 7Z formats, then just uncompress them yourself and toss them in .themes. They need to be in a nice container though. Just remember that, no scattered files. Otherwise the system will not be able to display them properly. And that goes along with icon sets and mouse pointers. You saw what happens when I tried to install radioactive through this button. It had an orphan file here. We don't want that. We want them in a nice container like this. Thank you for watching.